What does love mean to you? So, it can mean different things for different people. We know that. But in a more traditional sense, we are so used to attaching love with the notion of relationship that it minimizes the effect that it has on people. Am I only in love if I have a romantic partner? Or can I be in love maybe with my friend, with my parents, with the way that I get happy in the morning to wake up to work for something, with the way with the way I'm seeing the view right now, how peaceful it looks. And I know the moment I'll open this window, it will be chaos, there'll be so much noise. But for now, from here, from this distance, I love the view. So, what does love really mean? Let's first try to detach it from the concept of a romantic partner. For example, how people say that your soulmate can be anyone else. Like it doesn't has to be a romantic partner. It can be a friend. It can be your own mother maybe. You don't know. And I think there's a very similar thing that we need to do with the word love. So I'll read out something for you guys, which will, I think, give you more clarity on what I'm talking about. I read this few days back and I've been thinking about it since. Love is not primarily a relationship to a specific person. It is an attitude and orientation of character which determines the relatedness of a person to the world as a whole, not toward one object of love. If a person loves only one other person and is indifferent to the rest of his fellow men, his love is not love but a symbiotic attachment or an enlarged egoism. True. Yet, most people believe that love is constituted by the object, not by the faculty. In fact, they even believe that it is a proof of the intensity of their love when they do not love anybody except the loved person. Because one does not see that love is an activity, a power of the soul. One believes that all that is necessary to find is the right object. And that everything goes by itself afterward. This attitude can be compared to that of a man who wants to paint, but who instead of learning the art claims that he has just to wait for the right object and that he will paint beautifully when he finds it. This is by Eric from The Art of Loving. And if you want, you can rewind the video back and listen to it again because I swear to God, you need to read it or listen to it at least two, three times to actually understand what it means for you. So, what does it mean for me? I'll explain that to you. The first thought that comes to my mind is about my failed relationships. So, if you meet a person who just claims to love you, but instead hates everything around themselves, their job, their work, their parents, their surroundings, uh, the food, like they claim to hate everything around them. Is that person really a lover? Or are they just momentarily finding something in you that they want to love? And the moment that thing disappears or they get tired and they find some other object to shower their love on, would the love still be there for you? And that is something that people miss out on. And I missed out on a lot of times. And maybe I also haven't been a proper lover in the past because what you need is to understand if you yourself are the lover or not. And if not, then why not? Why not? Because it's such a beautiful thing to be. I don't need a partner to be a lover. I can find love in the way I arrange my flowers. I can find love in the way I I use my different colored pens. I can find way in the love when the breeze hits my face and I'm reading my favorite book. I can find the love in the way a friend gets vulnerable in front of me, because that takes a lot of trust, that takes a lot of love. I can find love in the way I keep trying to achieve something. I can find love in so many ways. And why? Why do you even need to wait for someone? And if someday a partner comes to me who is right for me, I would be ready. I would truly be ready, because I am a lover already. And I think when you find other people, and I'm not here just talking about romantic partner, but even friends. For example, if you have a friend who literally hates everything around them, there's not going to be much love. You would maybe sometimes feel scared sharing something with them, because they might have a harsh opinion. uh, you might not like hanging out with them as compared to a person who is generally happy with their life, who's generally in love with their life. And if we tend to find these qualities in other people, if we tend to find these things in other people, then why not start from ourselves first? And this was really eye opening for me, because in general I think I um stay happy when I'm not in a relationship, which I have very recently discovered actually. Because what I tend to do is that now that I'm not in a relationship, I am finding love in every little thing. But when I find one object, one person to which I dedicate myself, I simply start taking out things on other things around my life, because all the positive feelings, all the love that I have, I'm focusing just on one person, and that is not right. I leave my friends, I leave the things that I like to do, I leave my hobbies, and that is not the right thing to do at all. Like, you really need to understand how to also harness that love. And sometimes I just feel that with people around me, I learn so many new things. I learn so many new things. And I just find it difficult to replicate in my life, because I can do it for maybe 2 days, I can try to be happy. But if from inside only I am not feeling that happiness, if I'm not feeling that love, then it won't be communicated. And why am I not feeling it? So there are so many questions to ask. You have to understand, what type of lover are you? Are you the one who's like super expressive? Because I think that's how you should be. Life is so short. Or are you the one who has different uh, kind of ways to show your love? Not everyone has their words. Some people like to condense their feelings in the form of letter or gifts or acts of service. And what type of a lover are you? Are you the kind of lover who is always in love with nature? Are you the kind of lover who just loves to stay at home and paint or create music or do something? And it just, like, within that, I feel that there are so many things to do. But in anything that you do in life, it comes with a source of action. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's expressing your love to a family members, it always comes with action. You have to put in the work. Whether you are showing love to yourself, how are you moving today? Are you following some hobby? Are you following your creative side? Are you going for a movement class? Are you doing something? You cannot just fall in love and expect to exude love while lying on the bed. That is never going to happen. For example, I like talking a lot, and I have so many thoughts all the time running in my head. So, this new thing that I started is that I'm creating my videos and I am talking to you guys. I am talking to other people. I am putting my thoughts outside into the world for others to relate to if they do, or for others to discover something if they do. But for me, it is not dependent on whether two people see my video or 2000 people see my video. It's only about what I am doing for myself. I want to express myself, and I've been keeping so many thoughts bottled up inside me because I thought I had nowhere to share these things. So I'm doing this. Besides that, I used to love reading. So sometimes you also have to force yourself. So if I was, like, usually I was stuck on a book, I would just give up on it. But that's not how you love. You go to the finish line. And if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have come out of the rut that I was in, that I was leaving all my books in between. And what I found out, the feelings I had during reading the last chapter of my book, and there were so many things that I discovered internally that were buried inside me, that hurted me for, or were hurting me for so long, but I didn't realize that I have these thoughts as well, or this is what I thought about my first relationship, and I'm just discovering that it was not the way I was seeing it. So I discovered something, and that's the beauty of love. Whether you stay in complete silence or whether you express yourself, love finds a way. Love finds a way if you wanted to find a way. So you have to take it in your hands to be a lover girl or a lover boy, and that does not require a romantic partner. This is a kind of a personality type. This is kind of like how we say in acting, an attitude line. So you have to just adapt to it. Try it for few days and see what you discover. See, maybe you were loving something for so long, but you didn't even knew that you love it. And some things that are always around you, but you never realize their importance in your life. There's so many things to discover. Just putting it into words is like a disgrace to it because there's so many things. I just hope you find your side of love and discover something amazing this week. That's it. Thank you for listening till now. Bye.